name's Philip O'Donnell, and my rank is Lieutenant Commander, U.S. Navy Reserve. Normally, if you're going to fly jets, they would give you 150 hours in other airplanes. I had 42 hours of flying when I hopped in this high-performance jet. And so I flew, I don't remember if I flew civilian airlines or a Navy airplane, and the jet base was in the Corpus Christi, Texas area, but I was at Kingsville, Texas, which was a subsidiary field where they had the jet training program. There was another subsidiary field doing the same thing, Beeville, Texas. So there were two of those where new cadets got directly in, and I was in the one called Beeville, Texas, near Corpus Christi. So I showed up, and same deal. You start out going to classroom, and you spend the half a day studying the airplane systems, and then you spend the other half a day flying. I completed that program of instruction. I flew the T-2J Buckeye aircraft, which was a single-engine, single-seat, high-performance jet trainer. And that is the airplane that I flew in, and the end of that program was about 6 months or whatever it was, and at the end of that program you headed out to the carrier as a flight of 4, and the end of the program was getting day carrier qualified. So you fly out there and you sneak a peek from 40,000 feet and you see the carrier you're going to land on, and it's about this big, as big as a postage stamp, and you say, going to be interesting. So down you go. That went fine. What was it like? Well, we descended from 40,000 feet and down we go, and we entered the landing pattern, and what you do is you come flying over the ship at 300 miles an hour, and you're a finger 4 formation. You're in a right echelon formation. You got the flight instructor who's leading us out there and watching his chicks. And then you've got me as number 2 and another guy number 3 and number 4. And you come flying over the starboard side of the ship, and then you put it into a sharp brake. I as number 2 count 1 to 2, 3, 4, 5, and I turn, and now you end up flying downwind and you're staggered. And as you came into the break, you're flying on the same course of Fox Corpin, the Navy calls it, the same course as the carrier. Now you turn and join downwind, and you are on the reciprocal course, and you lower your landing gear and lower your flaps and adjust everything, lower your hook, which you've never done before in your life, which you could forget, and it has been forgotten. But you get the airplane in what they call the landing configuration, and then you fly. Now you're flying the opposite direction. The ship is going this way, you're flying this way, and when you get a beam, Navy terminology, why not? When you get a beam, the island of the ship, you turn it around, go on base leg, you turn around, line up with the ship, and you land on the ship. I needed 6 carrier qualification landings. I did 6 approaches. I made 6 landings, and they sent us back to Navy Kingsville. We all headed to the Officers Club for a Pepsi or something a little bit stronger. So we were now fully day qualified naval aviators. When I got back from that, a couple days later, I was designated a U.S. Naval Aviator, and that was the end of my training at Kingsville, Texas. I was then ready to be trained for the fleet. You just don't go out to the fleet. You have to go through another 6 months of training before you get out to the fleet. That's advanced flight training. Primary flight training was a little prop airplane that I flew 40 hours in. Advanced flight training leading you up to your wings of gold, designation as a naval aviator, 1315 is a classification. As a naval aviator, everybody has a classification in the U.S. Navy. And so at the end of that program, you are you're not night carrier qualified yet. You're day carrier qualified, you are a new U.S. Naval aviator, and you are officially what they call a nugget. You're brand new. You're gold, but you haven't been shaped yet. You're a nugget. That's the word the Navy uses.